Welcome back to TCB4EAP. I'm your host, Jessie Mallory. Thanks for joining me for another episode of TCB4EAP. Today we're diving into a topic that sparked some responses from Elvis fans around the world. It's about Graceland, it's about family, and it's about legacy. Specifically, should Priscilla Presley be buried at Graceland when she passes away? Some fans say absolutely, others say absolutely not. So, let's walk through this sensitive subject together. Let's lay out the facts first. Priscilla Presley was married to Elvis from 1967 to 1973. She is the mother of his only child, Lisa Marie Presley. And after Elvis passed away in 1977, it was Priscilla who stepped up in a huge way, helping to turn Graceland into a public museum and making it the historic landmark it is today. She's been a steward of the Presley name, for better or worse depending on who you ask. But here's where things get complicated. Reports emerged that Priscilla wants to be buried at Graceland, near her daughter and Elvis. Some fans welcomed the idea. Others were outraged. Why the split? Point 1. Emotional reasons for opposition. Many fans believe Graceland should remain a sacred resting place only for those directly connected by blood or a deep spiritual tie to Elvis himself. Elvis is buried there. So is his mother Gladys, his father Vernon, his grandmother Minnie Mae, and his beloved daughter Lisa Marie. Even Lisa Marie's son, Benjamin Keogh, is buried there. So, for some, allowing Priscilla, who divorced Elvis years before his death, to be laid to rest there feels like rewriting history. There's also the belief that Lisa Marie wouldn't have wanted it. Lisa reportedly had some difficult years with her mother, especially in the final stages of her life. That's fueled a lot of the online criticism. Point 2. Reasons for support. On the other hand, many fans and historians argue that if anyone else deserves to rest at Graceland, it's Priscilla. She was a key figure in Elvis's personal and professional life, not just his wife, but a major figure in preserving his legacy. Let's be real, without her vision and business moves, Graceland might not be open to the public at all. Priscilla helped turn it into a thriving tribute. She was a constant public face for the Presley name during tumultuous times. So, to many, burying her at Graceland is a way of honoring decades of dedication to Elvis's legacy. After all, Elvis confided in Priscilla that he feared losing Graceland. Point 3. Recent developments. In 2023, after Lisa Marie's tragic passing, there were legal disputes between Priscilla and her granddaughter Riley Keough, Elvis's oldest grandchild, over control of the Graceland estate. Eventually, the two reached a settlement, which, according to reports, included a quiet agreement that Priscilla would be allowed to be buried at Graceland, but not next to Elvis. That honor remains exclusive to his closest family. If true, that decision seems to offer a compromise, honoring Priscilla without disrupting the emotional symbolism of Elvis's final resting place. Here's what Riley had to say about this in an issue of Vanity Fair. "I don't know why she wouldn't be buried at Graceland. I don't understand what the drama in the news was about. Yeah, if she wants to be, of course. Sharing Graceland with the world was her idea from the start." Reports indicate that during settlement discussions over Lisa Marie Presley's estate, Priscilla's request to be buried next to Elvis was denied. However, a compromise was reached. In an interview with People magazine, Priscilla said, "Although I don't plan on going anywhere anytime soon, it is my family's and my wish for me to be laid to rest with my daughter and the love of my life when that time comes." Her grave would be at the location closest to Elvis Presley, without moving any existing gravesite, according to the Times magazine. Graceland means different things to different people. For some, it's a place of reverence, like hallowed ground. For others, it's a home, a business, a symbol of survival. Fans have even taken to putting flyers in the meditation garden where Elvis is buried to protest the decision to have Priscilla buried there. There's also an online petition through change.org to reverse the decision. Ultimately, it's not up to the fans, it's up to the family. Elvis fans have been notorious for wanting to protect him and his legacy since the very day he passed. What if this were your own family, and outsiders wanted a say? It's hard to imagine. There's no doubt that Priscilla Presley played a massive role in shaping the posthumous life of Elvis Aaron Presley. Whether or not she should be buried at Graceland, that might ultimately be less about what fans want, and more about what Elvis and Lisa might have wanted, and that's something we may never truly know. After Lisa's book came out, many fans questioned the parenting Priscilla Presley was capable of, but the conversation is worth having, and I want to know your thoughts. Send me a message, leave a comment, share your take. Should Priscilla be buried at Graceland? Thank you again for joining me in another tough discussion. I'm your host, Jessie Mallory, and as always, keep taking care of business.